So, as you guys know, I don't really play singles that seriously. I only use it to like have fun. DP is where I sweat and actually try. Like in singles, I only ever really used Chaozu, Frieza Soldier, Pan, just like really weird low DP characters. But last night I decided, hey, I want to see if I could get to Z rank if I actually try. So this was my first game actually trying, and singles is a whole different beast from DP. But the motto of my channel is analyze, adapt, and ascend. And that's exactly what I did throughout all of these gameplays. As you can see, I'm getting put in the blender by a freaking Dodoria. This guy was a S5. I think at this point I was like, what, A2? I've D-ranked pretty bad from just playing Tapion last night, so. And I also played some Deborah, and Deborah was just not feeling the smoothest for me. And yeah, I just can't vanish anything. So throughout all of these gameplays, I don't vanish anything, and that sucks. I'm just like trying to grind to Z rank without vanishing. And I win the second game because I analyze, adapt, and ascend. And here I am on the third game. And I do the same thing. I win the third game. Here's another game with Broly. I'm not going to show every single game, but I'm going to show the win or loss. I adapt. I beat him the second time. Close game on the third. Beat him the third time. But I will show some games, right? As you can see, I am A2, indeed. And here I am going against Diet Go Curry. He is a viewer of mine. He actually commented on my video after playing these games with me. He said my SS2 Gohan is great. But right here, my SS2 Gohan is unpolished because I'm just not used to singles. So as I always say, I gotta analyze, adapt, and ascend. Right now, I am analyzing. SS Blue Vegito is very difficult to overcome. Because the name of the game now is to try and charge ki. And having ki is very important because you want to use your supers and you want to be able to zone. So since SS Blue Vegito could gain a full ki gauge, and he has an insane damage output, and he has insane supers, it's very dangerous. And I don't know what that was with the ki blast hitting us after the quick time event. That was funny. I use instant spark. I just spam him with ki blasts. I opened him up. He gets a super counter on me. He doesn't do the knockback chain. I was mashing there, so let's see if I win this. Fortunately for me, I win. Use a lightning strike attack. Z-burst dash right at him. Immediately knock him to the ground and use my ultimate. Let's see if this kills. It does not. Sonic Sway. Follow up. Just some ki blast to finish him.
Thanks for training with me. I appreciate it.
And I rank up to A1. And here's the second game with him. And I win. Here's a game against the MUI Goku. I lose. Alright, go for the rematch against him. I make the adaptations, and I win. MUI Goku is very difficult to go against because Wild Sense is just stronger now due to how neutral works. And not to mention his ki blasts are insane. And I lose 2 out of the 3 games against him. Here's Noof Noof. Probably the one guy that I really did not like going against because all he really did was depend on Wild Sense and his supers. And again, I'm new to singles, so I don't really understand the environment and how people play. So I'm like learning as I go. And a lot of this game style doesn't slide in DP, or at least it used to not slide. I'm pretty sure it would slide now because DP has changed a lot due to the new update. But in the old update, a lot of this playstyle did not apply, and that's why like whenever I played DP, I could tell when people were singles players. He used a Wild Sense, and I am not countering Wild Sense. And I get punished for it. I get stun locked by the Death Beam. Nearly 20k damage. Over 20k damage if you're adding the Wild Sense into it. Wait, I think he comboed it, so that was basically 19k damage. And yeah, he's able to win because all he did was use supers on me. Well, he hasn't won just yet. I counter his Wild Sense. He gets a nice vanish off on me. He doesn't engage. Just tries to zone me out. I use an accidental explosive wave because I was charging and it tried to deflect that Ki Blast. I get hit by that Ki Blast and I let out a sigh of frustration because I am figuring out that this is how people play. I am analyzing the meta of singles. I rank down to A2. I am going up against Android 13. He actually transformed to this. Yeah, as you can see, he transforms to him. So Android 13 is very strong because he starts with 3 Ki bars and he could just gain a full Ki gauge very easily and then transform for another full Ki gauge. But here I am going against Noof again. Noof, I pronounced that weird. He's able to beat me because all he did was spam Wild Sense. Another rematch. He uses a super. I revenge counter it. I beat him.
So, how about it? Do you want to go another round?
And I show this part because I want to show how he doesn't rematch. Like, play however you like, but like, don't dodge people. Come on now. Whatever. Okay, here I am going against a Z Gogeta. I've been seeing so many Z Gogetas. He's not as strong as the other fusions, but the fact that he has more health than the average character, and of course more damage, just is a massive advantage still. And his version of False Courage is, I think it lasts 15 seconds. And False Courage is pretty strong. Super Armor is pretty strong. Although Charged Ki Blast will stagger them, but if someone's not using Charged Ki Blast on you, you could just sit there and charge and not get staggered by regular Ki Blasts. And it's still very strong for close range engagements. He's being a little too obvious, not obvious, but those follow-ups, he's not mixing them up. It's too easy to vanish, so I'm able to punish him. Explosive Wave is saving me a lot. A lot of people do not know how to counter Explosive Wave. If you're expecting an Explosive Wave, you could just revenge counter it, and then you could stay in the engagement that way. Okay, I'll open him up. He is not using his perception, so yeah, I'm able to finish him. If he used the perception there on my gut punch, he could have probably taken that engagement back and beaten me. But he does not. I rank back up to A1. As you can see, I am yo-yoing between A1 and A2. It feels like I'm hard stuck A rank. I believe I show this gameplay because I want to show how strong Whis is. Whis is insanely strong. And especially because of how the game plays now, he could very easily get his regeneration off. He just does so much damage from his normal attacks down to his super, and his super only costs 2 Ki bars, and it's like he has infinite health, especially if you set up his regeneration. And if you don't want to set up his regeneration, he has a barrier, so that's even crazier. But you can see I just get absolutely mollywopped by Whis. Here's the second game against him. I do a better job of dealing with him. As you can see, he was in red health. And here's the third game against him. Let's see if I win. I indeed win. I analyzed and I adapted. But will I ascend? Okay, I get going against Blue Jita. Smart. He doesn't finish his full combo string. If someone is blocking and you're hitting them, do not finish your full combo string. You can get punished. But with this new update, I feel like people have been using their full combo string on me, and then they're able to just perception me when I try to punish them. So I don't know if that was part of the old game. I do feel like a lot of things that were unsafe, you could perception them now. Not to mention you could use your skills in between that gap. So yeah, they definitely lowered the skill gap with that. So you could do a lot of things that are unsafe and just cover your ass with a perception or like a wild sense. But that's why I like explosive wave, because it covers my ass in the instance of I do something that's very unsafe. But now everything has that, not everything, but a lot of skills have that utility, so yeah. Okay, I beat Blue Jita.
I appreciate it.
And I finally rank up to S5. I struggled. I was yo-yoing between A1 and A2, but I am analyzing and adapting. He rematches me, and I win the second match. I don't think he rematched me again. So here I am going against Just Dre using SS God Goku. I lost the first game. I adapted, win the second game. And I win the third game. Here I am going against Buhan. Buhan is pretty good now because he has high tension, and high tension gives 2 key bars, and any key you could get is very good. So he beats me that game. We rematch. Here's the second game. As you saw, he used the high tension, and because of that, he had a Z burst dash, opened me up, and finished me. Here I am going against the Whis player again. I apply what I learned from playing against him, and yeah, I'm doing a much better job now. I believe my combo dropped. I finish him with an explosive wave. A lot of these games I finish them with an explosive wave. He rematches me. Explosive wave. I probably can't win this. This is insane. Massive deficit. I lose it. Rematches me once more. Here's the full game. Let's see how it goes. Whis is so strong. It's insane. Gets a super counter off on me. Luckily he doesn't vanish my vanish, because I cannot vanish anything anymore. It feels like I'm locked out of vanishing. He keeps trying to do the vanishing assault thing. He's trying to make my combos drop. He's probably doing it on purpose. I block his follow-up. I grab him because he holds perception, which sucks because grabbing really doesn't do that much damage. So and with how difficult it could be to take someone's back now, perception has received an indirect buff because Z burst dash was the easy way to take someone's back. Now it's like, and look how quick that went off. I can't even react to it. You just gotta like read it out. He gets a super counter off on me, gets another super counter off on me. It's like I can't get the second vanish off, even when they super counter me. In Vanish Wars and when they super counter me, I cannot get the second vanish off. No matter how I time it. I do different timings. I try to do later, I try to do earlier. I just can't get the timing right on it. And I D-rank back to A1. Hard stuck A1. The matchmaking system blesses me and gives me a B rank Android 16, so yeah. And my combo just did a random charged attack, so that's very frustrating. Qyon commented on my video saying that he's having the same issue and he thinks it's a bug that he can't get the second vanish off, so maybe it is a bug, I don't know. Because when the patch first came out, I didn't have an issue vanishing people in DP battle at least, but you know me, I don't really play singles, so I think this is like a singles thing. I'd have to go into DP battle and try. You can see I cannot get that second vanish off. But maybe it's a skill issue and this is all cope. But I did all of this, all of these games I win. Oh, no, actually, I got some vanishing off. Okay, okay. I'm able to get some vanishes. That's a rare occurrence. Maybe it is a skill issue. But just some games it feels like I'm locked out like crazy. That's why I mean, like, and like maybe 1 out of 10 games I'll be able to get the vanishes off. This is massive cope by me. It's a skill issue. Maybe. I don't know. We don't know what the bugs are. There could be a lot of bugs we don't know that's happening in the background. And it could be affecting your game. Okay, explosive wave. He really keeps wanting to grab me. Yeah, I am spamming explosive wave. Android 16 has explosive wave as well, but for some reason he's opting for a pump up instead. Yup. He could have beaten me if he used his explosive wave more often. And this is the downside of androids. You cannot use your Z-burst dash that often. He kept using it, and now he has no key. Androids can be very strong if you're very smart at managing your key, and you could land a combo. Once you land a combo, you'll have a full key gauge. He could have used an explosive wave there. He does not.
Thanks for training with me. I appreciate it.
But I am still working on adapting to singles. As you can tell, I'm kind of struggling. He was the second game against him. I beat him a lot more easily. Get a super off. Hit him with a singular key blast. Here I am going against Just Dre again. I think I played like 3 sets against this guy. I'm starting to adapt to neutral. I'm learning. I think the best way to deflect key blasts is to use your dragon dashing. That's what I learned. So I'm trying to get used to that. As you can see, I'm basically labbing it as I play. As Vegeta said against Dragon Ball Super Broly, "Damn it, he's learning as he fights." Yeah, that's me right now. He breaks my guard. I block it. I block his gut punch, I mean. Yep, I just have to eat this. I shouldn't even try, because I'm just like super off point. Gets a super perception off on me. He got a little aggressive with the sidestep. I'm able to vanish and punish him, but he gets a super counter off on me. Sidesteps me. Explosive wave saves my ass. He gets another super counter off on me. Explosive wave saves me. But I am very low health, and this is a massive deficit. He gets another super counter off on me. I just couldn't touch him this game. No diddy. And I rank down to A1 once more. I am struggling to adapt. But, as you can see, I am analyzing. I'm trying to adapt. Will I ascend? Who knows? Okay, I closed the distance. I don't think my combo dropped there. I think I was just not confident, because rarely will you ever be able to open someone up like that just using a high-speed dragon dash and walking in and just comboing them. So I just stopped comboing because I wasn't confident in it. I sidestep him, catch him with a gut punch. He gets a super counter off on me. I'm able to vanish it. He doesn't vanish my vanish. I knock him away, use a lightning strike attack to keep the distance close. He has massive key advantage over me. This is not good. If he gets me in a combo, he might be able to use a super and do a ton of damage. Okay, he spent a lot of it on vanishing assaults. He used 2 vanishing assaults. He's probably trying to make my combo drop. Too bad, you can't use that exploit. I finish him.
I appreciate it.
And I rank back up to S5. Here's the third game. As I said, I think we ran a ton of sets. We just kept bumping into each other. Yup, can't get that second vanish off. He tried to use a God Bind on me. So I win. Going up against someone named Pooh. Using MUI Goku. He just grabs me and I lose. Here's the full game against Pooh. I think what I struggled with here is going up against Wild Sense. I have to really adapt to Wild Sense. Wild Sense is rampant in singles. I'm also not the best at sidestepping, as you can tell. Yep, I keep messing up my sidesteps. I really need to adapt to have better sidestepping. Yep, that's the 3rd time in a row that I mess up. 4th time in a row that I mess up the sidesteps. Thank God he messed up too, and it pays off. He vanishes my attack. Explosive Wave saves me from getting opened up. I don't know if he has a Wild Sense up just yet. He does not. Okay, I opened him up. He gets a super counter off on me. He has 6 skill points. He just used the Wild Sense. Let's see if I notice it and counter it. Nope. I should not have done that follow-up. He just used the Wild Sense again. Yep, I counter it. The thing about Wild Sense is that you have to slow down your game if you want to counter it. And you also have to manage your ki because you need half a ki bar to vanish. He threw a super out at me. It lands and did so much damage. He just throws this out as well. I think I was using Ki Blast, so it caught me. So you can see spamming raw supers in singles is kind of like the style. It's the style. And I ranked down to A1 once again. And I'm not scared. I don't care that I'm losing ranked points. I rematch him over and over. I am not scared of losing. This is just a learning experience for me. I match up with Just Dre again. I lose to him again. I'm frustrated. I think that's like a 5-game losing streak maybe. Make that 6 games. Make that 7 games. But it's okay. It's okay if I lose. I learn a lot from it. I get a Zenkai boost from it. Whatever doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. It's just more analysis for me. I get matched up with this guy who is not that great, so the matchmaking system blessed me. I'm able to beat him 3 times in a row, but as with any Broly player, he's just trying to super spam me, and if I get caught by it, I could lose. Even a B ranker could beat me just doing that. Okay, I win 3 times. Here I am going against JR. He's using SS for Goku. I'm able to beat his SS for Goku. Here's the full game between me and JR. Let's see how it goes. Yep, just playing the zoning game. SS2 Gohan has a unique Ki Blast when he does his jumping Ki Blast. It's a slow traveling Ki Blast. So I'm trying to take advantage of it here. I don't think I take advantage of it in other games. But I was just trying to see how useful it is. It's kind of useful, but the condition being that you have to be on the ground to use it is kind of annoying. So yeah. He uses instant transmission. I'm able to keep myself safe despite him having my back. And that's why I say instant transmission could be good and it could be really bad. You're spending 2 skill points to not be able to open me up. Or risk not being able to open me up. And yep, I just have to eat this vanish chain, knockback chain. Again, same thing with instant transmission. Unfortunately, SS for Goku doesn't really have much other than that. He does have I'll beat you in 5 seconds, but might as well use your skill points. So instant transmission isn't really a waste. I'd say he has to be a little better at using it, because it could be very useful if you use it correctly, like that. But I super counter him. I'm being very careful. Yep, he's doing it again. I tried to perception it, but you have to use the visual cue. Once you see him use it from afar, you'll see like that blue flashing thing. You see him using it from afar, you should block, and then your block will track him, I believe. I'm not sure. Someone would have to let me know. But I think that's the way you counter it. Now then once you're blocking, you can perception his attack. And you can see how close of a game this is. Now it's just a zoning game. Fortunately for me, SS4 Goku has a really bad charged Ki Blast. Yep, I dash to dodge his instant transmission. And this is funny. Yep, I dashed to dodge his instant transmission once more. Ooh, okay. One more hit by either of us and we're done. I dash to deflect that because I do not want to make mistakes. I try to catch him with my explosive wave. I'm just blocking, seeing what he does. Explosive wave, he tries to punish me, and I'm able to just finish him off with a Ki Blast. That was an intense match. And a nice hard-earned S5 for like the third time, I believe. He rematches me. Again, another close match. I'm able to finish him. I don't think he rematches me a third time. And here I am going against another Whis. For some reason, he chose World Tournament stage with the crowd. And I realized, oh wow, I'm able to destroy him because this is such a small stage. And it's just like, why are you using the stage? It's bad for you. Whis wants in order to take advantage of Whis, having space is the most important thing. So, as you can tell, I choose World Tournament stage because you know my playstyle. I'm not a very long range type of guy. Here I am going against JR again. He chose Bardock. Another close match between me and him. He grabs me. And I finish him. That was a very close one. Here he is using his ultimate on me on the third match. I get locked off. I try to raw super him. That actually nicked him just a bit. So that did 2,000 damage. I needed that. And yeah, instead of perceptioning me, he's blocking. I ranked up to S4 against this Z ranker. This is the first Z ranker I'm going up against. I forgot to press record. So yeah, you guys won't be able to see me rank up to S4. But here's the full game against him anyway. I'll show you. I actually do better against a Z ranker than I do against like A rankers because, I don't know. A rankers are not afraid to just play it slow and play the keep away game until they have wild sense. But it's okay, I'll adapt to it. I've analyzed it. I'm adapting to it. Right now I'm just having a break from all of that wild sense nonsense. Going up against the blue Ku. I win the second match. Remember, I won the first match, I just didn't have it recorded. I think he used his jumping Ki Blast, which Goku's jumping Ki Blast is a destructo disc. It's unblockable. I think his controller gets disconnected or something. Yep, so I respect it. And I think it gets disconnected once more. So I'm respecting it more. I punch him once, just for fun. And I think he's ready now. Okay, let's get this started. Yep, you can see I do a high-speed Dragon Dash towards him. I had enough Ki to afford a Z-Burst Dash. I get punished for it, but fortunately for me, I'm able to gain back the engagement. Open him up. Combo him. That's a pretty good damaging combo. I think I could have done it better because it scaled quite a bit. He breaks my guard. You can hear me mashing my buttons to try and recover from it. He's opening me up. Sidestep, he vanishes my gut punch. Really good vanish. Sometimes it's best to just go for normal rush attacks instead of the gut punch. That way you don't get vanished. And that way you also don't waste your gut punch because you can only do one per combo. And I win all 3 matches against the Z ranker. Like I said, I feel like Z rankers are easier to deal with because they're actually trying to play the game as opposed to stalling and turtling me out. But I lose against Al, a fellow Al. SSJ Goku is quite the popular character now because he has Wild Sense. And again, I'm still working towards adapting to Wild Sense, and I did not successfully do it there. I think you could have saw my inputs. I tried to go for it, but unfortunately for me, I couldn't do it. And here's another Z ranker, Mentor. He does not rematch whatsoever. Yeah, Hit is a really good character for singles because he has after image and instant transmission. And he does a lot of damage. Yep, SSJ Goku with the Wild Sense. And he also could gain a full ki gauge and massive buffs. So that's probably why so many people are using him. Wild Sense, full ki gauge with massive buffs. Why wouldn't you use him? I got him that first match. Get him again the second match. He runs the set. Okay, maybe I was wrong in my initial video of me saying why I don't play singles. A lot of people rematch me, actually. It's just the Fusion and MUI players that don't really rematch. And I guess I was getting lucky. I was not bumping into many Fusions and MUIs, as you can see. Here I am going up against an Ultimate Gohan. I get the first match on him. Pretty close game here. And again, I do not adapt to the Wild Sense. I got it that time. But just even getting hit once by Wild Sense is massive. It's really bad. But close game. I got the second match. I don't think he rematched me, so here I am going against the MUI Goku. Twitch TVer. Uses a raw super. Good thing I was dragon dashing, so we clash. He wins that quick time event, which sucks for me because I thought I timed it really well. I use an explosive wave. Now I could probably just win the game through zoning him out, which I do not. I just engage with him and punch him. And here I am showing that I'm on a 6-game win streak. Nice. I am adapting. And like I said, it's just the MUIs and Fusions that don't rematch. Sometimes they will. Here's that one Whis player again who inspired me to use World Tournament stage. He was trying to go for a grab, so I just catch him with a Masenko. Win that first match. Here's the full match between me and him. Get a super counter off, lightning strike attack to keep the distance close. That was weird. Did you see how my step-in got blocked a bit there? Okay. You gotta block low against Whis players. They love going for the low sweep. But even then, that's risky. I'm not sure if Whis has a gut punch. But if he does, if you're blocking low, you will get caught by the gut punch. Typically, I do not recommend using a low sweep without setting it up with a gut punch first. He uses a revenge counter on me. He's able to block afterwards. That's fortunate for him. He did a quick step in and was able to dodge my low sweep. He uses another revenge counter. He was able to step in and dodge my attack block, but I'm able to open him up. Lightning strike attack. That's an odd angle, so I use a super to try to damage him instead. And he's vanishing it. Again, I just block low. Whis players love going for the low sweep to set up their super. He goes for another revenge counter. He's able to block again. People were telling me that, okay, he does have a gut punch. But I use an explosive wave to stop it. To stop his super. He went for a gut punch that time because he saw I kept going for low sweeps. But since he went for a gut punch, I was able to use an explosive wave right away. And I rank up to S3. Nice. I am adapting, and he doesn't rematch me. I called it a night. All those games were from last night. Here's the first game from today. I think I played for like 3 hours last night, so I went from like A2 to S3 in like 3 hours.
Let's finally settle this.
Here's a Z rank SS4 Gogeta. Yeah, I adapted quite well to a lot of things last night. But first game of the day, I don't think I apply much adaptations. I don't remember. Let's see the mistakes I make. Okay, I try to do my side steps. He catches me with a perception. One thing with singles players is that they really love holding perception. They really love holding perception. And it's probably because all of them are using characters that have a decent perception move. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them are. In DP battle, not all of your characters have a decent perception move, so not everyone holds perception like that. Okay, I'm getting kind of mollywopped here. I think he wild sensed me earlier and I didn't react to it, so yeah, I'm not applying my adaptations from last night. Good thing I deflected that Ki Blast because SS4 Gogeta's charged Ki Blast does a lot of damage. And yeah, I am not applying whatever I learned from last night. But that doesn't mean it's not within my muscle memory. I just gotta warm up. It's the first game of the day. Gets me with a super counter, and I lose the game. And the rule is that if they're a fusion player or MUI player, they will not rematch 90% of the time. And I ranked down to S4, unfortunately. Second game of the day is against the MUI player, and you can see I'm getting destroyed. Again, I don't apply my adaptations. My explosive wave just completely missed. He really didn't need to refuse engagement there, but that's what he did all game. Again, Wild Sense hits me. I can't do anything about these knockback chains because my vanishing is just not working with me. Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. It is working with me that match. And yeah, MUI Goku with his knockback chains is insane. He gets like 3 or 4 knockbacks and it just does 10k damage. And if he has key advantage over you, that's massive. So I lost 4 games as soon as I hopped on. That sucks. Another SS4 Gogeta. Yep, I'm warmed up. I got the Wild Sense counter. You saw he tried to go for a Vanishing Assault. I countered the Wild Sense once more. So yeah, all I just needed to do is warm up. But yeah, as I was saying, the SS4 Gogeta player tried to go for a Vanishing Assault. People are lame, man. They're just trying to exploit and get my combo to drop. You can see I never do that. Maybe I'll spam Explosive Wave, but that's part of my skill, okay? It's not an exploit. Okay, I got my revenge on the SS4 Gogeta and MUI Goku players. Here is Wiz. I believe he's at the top of the leaderboard. He's top 100 in Z rank for singles. And he is using SSJ Goku, who has Wild Sense and that one skill that gives a full key gauge. I kept getting caught by that, by his Wild Sense. I did beat him one game, but I forgot to press record, so that sucks. I was really disappointed when I forgot to press record. The thing is that when I'm going up against Z rankers, I'm like super locked in and I forget to press record sometimes. But yeah, I'm just getting put in the blender today. I lost 4 games earlier, I won 2 games, and now I lost 3 games in a row against Wiz. Yeah, like I said, I'm not scared of losing. I'll rematch them. Losing is just a learning opportunity for me. To me, it's a win. Even though if I lose, it's still a win because I get to learn. Okay, I beat this Jiren the first match. Very close game here. We both explosive waved each other. And since he was lower health, I got the win there. I think he zoned me out really badly this match. So yeah, I'm like losing pretty badly. Oh no, wait, he didn't. Just reminded me, he just did knockback chains on me over and over, and like I keep saying, my vanishing is so bad here. But yeah, a Vegito player. Vegito is still pretty decent if you know how to use After Image Strike. After Image Strike is still strong, you just have to be a lot more passive and careful. But regardless, I'm able to beat that Super Vegito, not a problem for me. Here's an SS3 Goku. He transformed to SS3 Goku because I kept countering his Wild Sense, so I guess he decided, okay, I'm just gonna stop and try to get some more damage with SS3 Goku. He lands a super on me, I hit him with a revenge counter, and open him up. You can actually perception that revenge counter. I didn't know that, but someone did it to me. As you can see, he is using SSJ Goku. Open him up, I win. I think I countered his wild sense earlier too. So I am adapting. Will I ascend? Who knows? Alright, here's a full game against Rei Itachi. SSJ Goku, like I said. Like three other times. He's charging ki. Trying to close distance. He has ki advantage. I need to charge ki. I see him dashing at me, so I dash at him. Too bad I was mashing, so I lose that quick time event. If you see someone dashing at you, you could use your own dash and force a quick time event that you're ready for and he's not ready for. I was ready for it, but I was still mashing like a dumbass. Explosive wave saves me. Yep, ready for the wild sense. I reset my combo. I go for another reset, knock him away, lightning strike attack. Use my Masenko. He dashes away. I gotta learn that spacing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, he transforms to SS3 probably because he sees wild sense is not working on me. He needs more damage. He has an instant transmission with SS3 Goku. He has two of them in this case. Yep, he just dashes up to mess with my visibility so I can't see that he's using his instant spark. He goes for his ultimate, which I do not agree with. He could have just taken advantage of instant spark. I did a hard read on him. I knew he was going to go for the overhead. Most people go for overheads because, like I always say in my videos, overheads are people are rarely ever blocking high, so almost everyone will go for overhead. So for that combo extender, if you block high, you're most likely going to get them. I rank up to S3 with that match. And here's another Broly player who just tried to super spam me the entire time. I get match 1 against him. As you can see, he just finished using a super. All he did was just try to bait me to dash at him, and then he used super explosive wave. And whenever he could, whenever I tried to close the distance, he used his rush super, and it did catch me. Here he is in sparking mode. You can see I have the massive health lead on him. Knocks me away, and just like that, I tried to vanish it. Let's see if I get it off. Nope. And I am dead. Just from one ultimate. 27.8k damage is insane. Here I am going up against the Blue Gogeta. Blue Gogeta is not the greatest fusion. I'm able to zone him out at the end and win that match. Here's a closer match between me and him. He's able to just grab me. Jeez. Like the gaps, after the update, the gaps in combos is pretty weird. You're able to do so many things during the gaps now. The amount of times I've been randomly grabbed so quickly in the middle of my combo is insane. Classic controls just have such like weird advantages. Like they're able to do an option select with their perception. Now they're able to just mash grab and get you sometimes. But I win 2 out of those 3 games. Here's another Dragon Ball Super Broly player who just tried to spam supers on me all game. I was wondering why he was using base Broly, but he's doing the chains, where he uses a full power charge, uses a super, and then transforms, and then gets a full key gauge and is able to use another super, which is what he did this match, but I don't show it. That's why I'm such low health. I was beating him pretty badly at first, and then he was able to close the gap with the chained supers. But I opened him up, closed the gap myself. Now I zone him out, but I'm very low key. Explosive wave finishes him. Weird lag spike. I finish him. That's 3 matches for me. Instant spark right here against this Ultimate Gohan. Hits me with a gut punch. I failed the vanish there. And I think I'm dead now. Yeah. That did so much damage. Jeez. Okay. I don't let him do it again. Yep, I counted the wild sense. I am adapting. I have analyzed wild sense. And now I have adapted. Oop, look at that sidestep. I have analyzed sidestepping. And now I have adapted. Well, Too bad I lost that match though. So I lost 2 out of 3 of those matches. That's unfortunate. And yeah, I'm having trouble vanishing. If someone's game plan is just to use knockback chains on me, I most likely lost, especially against if it's against the MUI Goku. And I lose the second match. Here's the third match between me and him. You can see I have the massive health lead. Uses a revenge counter. He's in sparking mode. Nice. And I get him. If he vanished that, I had an explosive wave to keep me safe. Like, that Masenko is pretty easy to vanish, but at the same time, is it? Because a lot of people do not vanish it. Even Z-rankers don't really vanish it. Okay, I get that hit. Here's the second match against this hit. Knockback chains. I cannot do anything about it. I just feel like I'm locked out of vanishing, so I'm doing this grind without being able to challenge Vanish Wars. That goes to show, Vanish Wars are very important. Super countering is very important, but you could still grind up to the higher ranks without that. Not to say that you shouldn't do it, but there's more to this game than just that. But here's a blue Vegito player. He is also very high in the Z ranks. Cat facts. You'll see how he plays. I'm showing this game because I want to show how people play singles with the fusions. And this is why I'm kind of sad that high DP characters will probably be meta in DP battle now, because I have to deal with this bullcrap. I'm just gonna spoil it. His whole game style, play style is just hold perception, full power charge, and spam his super on me. He rarely ever really cares to combo me. Yep. Although I really shouldn't be falling for that perception, but I'm just like, sometimes these odd play styles just catches me off guard. And that's why I like DP battle, because it might catch me off guard at first, but I will adapt.
Gohan, you lost because you've been slacking off in your training.
Okay, here's the second match between me and him. The game is closer because I did try to adapt to what he's doing. I still lose the second match. And as you can see, just super, full power with a super. Just perception me. Revenge countering is so useless. I don't know why they would nerf revenge countering when it was the worst counter in the game. Oh, here's this isn't Cat Facts. This is a different player. He uses full power charge in my face, which you really shouldn't do that. And for some reason, I'm able to challenge the Vanish War much more easily now that I'm in sparking mode. Maybe sparking mode doesn't lock me out of freaking vanishing. I keep saying I'm locked out of vanishing, but I don't know what's going on. But you can see I could get my Vanish Wars. It's just I don't know why regularly I can't. So maybe sparking mode allows me to go challenge my Vanish Wars. I haven't tested it out yet though. Here's Jordan Your Dig. But yeah, I won those 3 matches against that other blue Vegito player. Jordan Your Dig was very fun to play against. Very good player. Very close matches every single time. For some reason, he doesn't use Future Gohan's Wild Sense. He just cares more to use full power charge, which I guess maybe because I don't know why he doesn't do it. But I'm able to just finish him with an explosive wave. Here's the third match against between me and him. I will show the full match. Let's see how it goes. I vanish his rolling hammer. Yep, you can see me adapting to how sidestepping works now. I think it's rather silly, but it is what it is. The iframes are insane. So if your opponent doesn't time his attack correctly, you could just keep sidestepping over and over. And this is like, it's like mental games, right? If you do like 4 sidesteps in a row, that will mentally mess with your opponent, and then maybe you can start catching them with just 1 sidestep. You can see he's trying to sidestep too, but it's just not working out for him. Back to not being able to vanish a second time. I vanish his vanish. He catches me though. Yep, you can see me just play mind games with him with the sidesteps. And luckily I have explosive wave just in case if my mind games don't work. But even if it fails, it's still messing with him. It's conditioning him to some extent. Cannot challenge the Vanish Wars. I have to eat this. His Z-Burst dashes at me. Luckily, Explosive Wave is able to save me, especially since I can't challenge Vanish Wars. So Explosive Wave is very clutch. But it sucks that I have to burn it because I can't freaking get my Vanish Wars off. If he just did a whole knockback chain there, I probably would have lost. That was a really clutch vanish on the lightning strike attack. I've been labbing vanishing that. You could set the CPU to constantly hit you with lightning strike attacks, and once you get the timing down on it, it's really not that difficult. You just have to be quick. And you can also punish them once you vanish it. So once I have to start practicing that too, punishing the lightning strike attack.
For training with me. I appreciate it.
I win that third game. Very close match between me and him. Good game to him. And I rank up to S2. Here I am going against a Caulifla player. Put him in the blender here. And I've adapted. I learned that supers are very important to getting a lot of damage off. As you can see, I keep doing it now. And yeah, I win pretty easily. You can see I still had 3 health bars. Can't say the same for this match though. This player did have the lead on me though. Uses a revenge counter. I'm able to punish it. Oh, never mind. Even if they opened me up, I had an explosive wave. Going up against another SSJ Goku player. Tried to use a vanishing assault there. Yup, you can see 4 games in a row where I'm using my supers. So I've adapted. I've analyzed and I've adapted. Will I ascend? I'm on a massive win streak, I believe. I think I went on like a 20-game win streak because I've adapted. But again, the question at hand here is, will I ascend? I've analyzed, I am adapting, now I just have to ascend. Here I am going up against Jordan Yadig again. Just trying to zone him out. I have 2 explosive waves. If he engages with me, he's probably dead. So I win that match against him. I don't get the rematch. Here I am going up against Bardock. Actually, sometimes my controller or whatever, or it'll default to like return to battle setup. So I think Jordan Yadig probably would have went for a rematch, but sometimes it just defaults to return to battle setup and I'm mashing A. But yep, I win that first match against Bardock. Another super to finish him. Another super. Again, I've adapted. I've learned. I've adapted to Wild Sense. I've adapted to zoning. I've adapted to using my supers. Here's Cat Facts again. Remember, all he does is hold perception and use his full power charge to spam supers on me. You could see him use perception from afar. I really shouldn't engage with him. And look at this. I'm just sidestepping over and over. Yeah, he doesn't even plan to do a long combo. He just wants to do combos that could lead into a super. And this is how he got to top 100 Z rank. Yeah. Blue Vegito doesn't have a good charged Ki Blast. So what I should have done was just play the distance game the entire game. But you know me, I don't really like doing that. I have like ADHD and have to engage, but I just have to I just have to adapt to it sometimes and play that way. A perception his super. Yeah, but you can see him just holding perception from afar. Like here I am adapting. I realize that I just shouldn't engage with him. Especially since he doesn't really deflect the charged Ki Blast from time to time. Okay, he finally engages against me. I catch him with the sidestep. He super counters me. And he just uses full power charge and uses a super. Had I applied those adaptations, I probably could have beat him. Yep, he wins that match. I do think I rematch him a few more times, but my recording stopped because my computer ran out of space. I have so many videos. I have terabytes and terabytes of Sparking Zero footage. So yeah, I had to make space, but here I am going up against a big Trilm using God Vegeta. He was using SS Blue Vegito earlier. Luckily he didn't punish my sidestepping there. I think that's 3 matches to me. Here's a game against a TN main. Interesting. I believe he was a S4 rank. The full game. You could see me just spamming sidestep. I'm just trying to play the mental game on people here. I am trying to adapt to using sidesteps. Yep. I labbed vanishing the lightning strike attack. He tries to hit me with the raw Dodon Ray. It would be very dangerous if I get hit by that because I get stun locked. Explosive wave saves me. Tien also has Wild Sense, so he is quite viable in singles. Any character with Wild Sense is probably good in singles, simply because it slows down the entire gameplay. I'm going to release a guide tomorrow on how I adapted to Wild Sense and how I beat Wild Sense, but you could see Ace is pathetic. He's trying to use the Vanishing Assault exploit. That's probably how he got to S rank with Tien. Okay, hits me with a solar flare. Yep. Sometimes you can still hit them even though you're locked off. So I just threw random Hail Mary Ki Blast and was able to disrupt his charging into sparking mode. Hits me with another solar flare. Good thing he doesn't have enough skill points to go into sparking mode. Yep, here he is again, trying to spam Vanishing Assault to disrupt my combo. I just know these people are doing it on purpose because no high ranker did that previously. Only like low rankers would do that, would spam Vanishing Assault in the middle of a combo because they didn't know better. And of course he doesn't rematch because he's upset his exploits didn't work. Okay, here I am going up against an Ultimate Gohan. I lose the first match. Let's see if I adapt to how he plays. I have the massive lead in the second match. He's in sparking mode. Gets a clutch super counter off on me. Charges into sparking mode once more. He uses a desperation ultimate. I don't know if I would say I disagree with desperation ultimates. I get they're desperate, but gotta keep a level head sometimes, you know. Okay, I won the second match. Here's the third match. I have the lead on him again. Yep, I have to back away because I don't have ki. I get the third match. And this match sucks because I had the lead on him by far. And my controller just randomly disconnected. He breaks my guard and instead of comboing me, he just charges so he could use the super. I believe this was his 4th time using this super throughout the match, so yeah, it sucks when people force me to watch a whole movie. Okay, he's gonna keep spamming Stardust Barrier, I guess. He just used 4 Stardust Barriers. Instant transmission, I have Explosive Wave. This is very intense right here for me. Yep, I don't want to get hit by a Stardust Barrier, so I back off. The Stardust Barrier does do like 1500 damage. Regardless, I lost that match. It's unfortunate that my controller disconnected, but it is what it is. Here I am going against base Gogeta. I notice a lot of people are using base forms, like base Kefla, base Gogeta, probably because they have Wild Sense. So Wild Sense was massively buffed this patch. That's why everyone's going for the Wild Sense. Okay, I won the first match, but I lost the second match. Here's the third match. I have the lead on him by far. He tries to go for Instant Spark. I was able to disrupt it. Yep. Counter his Wild Sense. He gets a super counter off on me though. He could have perceptioned that revenge counter, but I used it anyway because like whatever. Okay, some games against Sword Trunks. Shouldn't have revenge countered my super perception. Yeah, matches against players who don't use fusions are like a godsend for me. So that's 3 matches right there, done pretty quickly. GG's to him. And here's the final stretch to Z rank. So I will start showing the sets I have against people. It's like I have these are like final bosses for me. Here's base Kefla. Like I said, so many people are using base Kefla as opposed to her I believe what, Super Saiyan form or SS2 form. I'm not sure what it's called, but they're probably using base Kefla because of the Wild Sense. I'm putting her in the blender. Again, I cannot challenge the Vanish War. Luckily, he doesn't get his second Vanish off. Maybe he can't get a second Vanish off either. I don't know. Explosive Wave saves me from getting put in the blender. Yep, Ki Blast to get him to stop holding Perception. Even if I wanted to challenge that Vanish War, I can't because I don't have Ki. Yep, spamming the sidestep to mentally condition them. You have to be careful doing that though. The reason why I'm able to do it pretty safely is because I have Explosive Wave to keep me safe. So I'm able to condition them, and even though it's dangerous, I could keep myself safe with Explosive Wave. Okay, I have the lead here. He gets a Sonic Sway off on me. I believe he has a Wild Sense up, so I'm not going to engage until I have enough Ki. I need at least half a Ki bar. So I dash down, charge up Ki, and get ready to counter the Wild Sense. If you counter Wild Sense, it's a massive reward. So do not play aggressively. Play it slow until you could counter their Wild Sense. Yep, that's exactly what I do. The reason why you need Ki, you need more than just half a Ki bar. Yes, you need half a Ki bar to counter Wild Sense itself, but then they're probably going to hold Perception and not allow you to attack them anyway. So you need extra Ki to hit them with Ki Blasts, get them to stop holding Perception, and then half a Ki bar to counter the Wild Sense. Yes, it's a lot of work. Yes, you have to play slowly and that sucks, but if you counter it, that's a massive reward there. You can see how I'm catching him with my sidestepping. I'm just sidestepping over and over, back and forth. Sometimes I'll repeat it. But it didn't work out for me that time, but hey, I just look at it as I'm conditioning them. Maybe it's not working, maybe it is, but I gotta look at it positively. That way it placebos me. Because if I think of it negatively, it's just gonna get to my head, and that's no good. You always want to think of everything, think of the positives of everything. Ooh, I'm finally getting my vanishes off. Maybe it is a skill issue. I don't get the counter on Wild Sense there because I didn't have enough ki. Kefla has the massive lead on me. I catch him with a low sweep. Revenge counter, I punish it. They get a super counter off on me. I can't vanish. I'm trash. I just proved earlier I could vanish, so this is clearly a skill issue. Yep, tried to use a super on me, but Explosive Wave saves me. Some staggered ki blast to get this guy to stop holding perception. I think he used the, yep, he just used the Wild Sense. I have to play this slowly now. Explosive Wave saves me. And I just get caught with a super. That sucks.
That's right. I won.
And he doesn't go for the rematch. And that's stupid because, like, do the tiebreaker, bro. Do the tiebreaker. What are you scared of? But here's a Z ranker using base Kefla once again. I open him up. The person who gets the first combo is in the massive lead, unless they get a super counter off. The reason being is because they do not have a super perception. So you can hit them with charged smash attacks or charged rush chains, and that would do a lot of damage. So if you get the first combo off, that is massive. Unless they start with skill points, like the androids. Which is why I say in my videos, whoever starts with skill points, they are in the defensive lead, because they have a super perception. Okay, use a super to tack on more damage. I have the massive health lead here. Let's see if he goes for a Wild Sense here. Or maybe he already has Wild Sense up. Yep, spamming the side steps. I get punished for it. Okay, I really should be vanishing those, but it's fine. I have Explosive Wave to save me because I'm trash. Spamming side steps. You can see how it's messing with him a bit. For some reason, he's not using the Wild Sense. I grab him just in case because I know people could use Wild Sense in the middle of in gaps now. So I grab him just in case if he uses a Wild Sense. I do a vanish there just in case if he had Wild Sense up. I wasn't sure. But yeah, now that you could use Wild Sense in the gap of a combo, it's very strong. So it could work as like a combo breaker, technically. A conditional combo breaker. It depends if you have gaps in your combo. Okay. We did equal damage to each other. Kefla has 1 extra bar of health. Oh, as you can see, he used it during my combo because my combo had a gap in it. Yep, spamming some ki blast to get him to stop holding perception. Sidestepping does dodge ki blasts now, so it's pretty strong. Before, you could just use a lot of ki blast up close, and it would open them up. Now, ki blasts are quite clunky feeling. I vanished that. Very clutch vanish. I needed that. I used this downtime to charge some ki. He uses a buff. I'm not sure which buff that was. Probably high tension. I guess Kefla's high tension doesn't give her 2 ki bars, so that sucks. Yeah, I'm spamming sidesteps a little too much. Good thing I didn't whiff a gut punch there. If I whiffed it, that would have been bad. Hits me with a low sweep. I super counter his gut punch. He has the massive lead on me. You can see how I'm trying to close the distance and play the zoning game. I super perception him. I open him up. I grab him just in case. He uses a revenge counter. Uses another revenge counter. I should have known he was just gonna spam revenge counter.
That's right.
My adrenaline was spiking there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back. Okay, yeah. I forgot this happened. For some reason, he gets disconnected from me. It wasn't me, it was him. As you saw, I said, connection to opponent lost. And I'm like super confused on what happened there. I hope he got his points. I don't know what happened there. But here's the final boss. S2 MUI Goku. I've analyzed. I've adapted. Let's apply it. And then let's see if we ascend. So maybe the model should be analyze, adapt, apply, ascend. Now I am applying. Will I ascend? As you can see, I'm applying high speed dragon dash, and then charged ki blast. And then charge every now and again too. I got the first combo on him. He had enough for a super perception, but he's probably saving for a wild sense. That is the upside of people who want wild sense, is that they probably will not spend their super perceptions. They want wild sense, which I do not agree with that. If you could use a super perception, use it. It does not matter what skill you have. Super perception will save you, unless you could vanish. But vanish is it takes skill, of course, right? But sometimes you can make mistakes. If you want a surefire counter, super perception is there. And that's probably why super perception was made a thing. It's to close the skill gap. It counters anything that's vanishable. That way you do not have to vanish it. Okay, I sidestep him. He has the massive health lead on me. I'm watching to see if he uses wild sense. He still has not used it. He's probably saving for instant spark instead. But since he's not using a super perception, that's good for me. You know I love my my charge attacks. He just used a wild sense. I counter it. Yep, ki blast to get him to stop holding perception, and then attack, counter. Again, you need a good amount of ki for it. But that's why you have to play it slowly. And it could be hard to play it slowly on a stage like a World Tournament. And although he had the massive health lead on me at one point, I was able to come back and win match 1. Let's look at match 2. I am applying what I've adapted, what I have analyzed. Will I ascend? Okay, just playing the zoning game here. Risky zebra stash by him. Didn't pay off, thank God. He has the massive health lead on me because he starts with 1 extra health bar. Yep, I played it slow. I knew he had a wild sense up. Punish his wild sense. Too bad he got super counter off on me. And here comes the knockback chains. Even if I wanted to challenge this, I don't have enough ki. You can see how quick MUI Goku charges. Even though I'm trying to zone him out and stop him from charging, he's able to charge up enough to do a 4 ki bar super. Vanishing assault, I vanish it. He's probably trying to do the exploit as well. I was a little slow to charge there. I knew he was going to go for instant spark, so I throw out some ki blast to stop him. He catches me with a wild sense for once. Yep, super perception. Catches me with another wild sense. This is bad. I'm in a really bad position. I do not have enough ki for anything, and he has 2 wild senses or instant spark if he wants. Yep, he gets his instant spark off. Just goes for a raw super. I use a perception. You could perception that if you have enough skill points. So that's exactly what I do, because I do not want to risk trying to vanish it. If I got hit by that, I would have lost. Little lag spike. And the lag spike probably saved me. That's good karma for me, because I'm using SS2 Gohan whereas he's using freaking MUI Goku. I'm kidding. Use whatever character you want. Just expect to be made fun of and teased every now and again. Okay, I get a Sonic Sway on him. Damn, MUI Goku does so much damage. Okay, I open him up. I grab him, just in case if he's holding perception. Too bad the stage is very small and doesn't knock him back, so I can't set up a ki charge. Regardless, I have enough ki to use a super. And this game is... I have the lead here. Pretty big lead, but he is in sparking mode. If he lands one ultimate, I probably lost. He's opening me up. I get a super perception off. I dash away, I disengage. He's trying to open me up. He's trying to spam me. He gets a gut punch off on me. Luckily, I stalled out his sparking mode. Yep, I knew he had Wild Sense up. I countered it. He's using the exploit. Pathetic. Very pathetic. That's why I got good karma with that lag spike. I'm zoning him out. Yep, bait out his Wild Sense once again. And he's trying to use the exploit again. Doesn't work. I win the match. He was trying everything. Instant sparking, exploit, Wild Sense. Didn't work. I've analyzed, I've adapted, I've applied, and I have officially ascended. I am Z rank with SS2 Gohan. And this was like maybe a total of like 4 to 5 hours of grinding. I got there pretty quickly. Yep, if you enjoyed the video, if you learned something, like and subscribe. I'll be releasing a how to counter Wild Sense guide tomorrow. Have a good night, you guys.